Hello, my duplicate cupcakes, and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. I have no idea what happened between this episode and the last episode because my recording stuff crashed mid-game, and I did try to do a reload, and honestly, it doesn't seem to save all the time that I like it, so I gotta figure something out, but I apologize for that. We are currently working on a whole bunch of stuff here. Now, the biggest thing is we are running low on water. There's not a lot of water here. There's not a lot of water here. We used up the water. I think it was here there was water. Well, there's no water there anymore, and we need to continue to expand a little bit. Kind of looking around, I think the best way to kind of do this is probably to, let me actually just get these guys going. I was going to turn this water here into fresh water. I think we can build a, what is that called? The water sieve. And so we can just produce clean water. Now this water doesn't have any germs in it, whereas this water does. So without any germs, we should be good to like take care of that. Now, interestingly enough, one of the things I found out, you can kind of go in here and check this stuff out, and you can kind of see that there's this little database, and I haven't really been using the database until like much recently. So chlorine will clean, and I think that might be something we maybe need to do. I don't really want to do that. The other thing I want to kind of get going is I want to connect this coal generator into the system if we can, which I did. Did we actually do that last time, or is that something that did not happen this time? And I actually didn't realize it, but we've got transformers. Yeah, so we can actually limit some of our stuff, which will really actually help the whole overloading thing. So we're probably gonna build some transformers somewhere, among other things. So I'm just gonna get going here. We're trying to build in this algae distiller. This is going to turn slime into algae. We don't want algae hanging around because what ends up happening is it's not good. I don't really know the best way to phrase this, but it's not good. And it all comes down to the fact that, I think, wait, does it say on here? Polluted oxygen is emitted once it gets dug up. So we want to make sure that we have something to handle that like right away, so we're not waiting on that. Look at this poor fish. I feel bad. I think these guys can survive in clean water, so maybe we just want to move him too. Maybe just carve this out and have him fall down once we get the water clean. I don't know. It's kind of cute, honestly. Okay, let's go. Okay, we just finished some research. I'm just gonna say this right now. We have a bunch of research that we want to take care of. I'm going to kind of just start up here and just kind of power through all of these so that they're done. And then kind of do the same thing down here. I don't think there's anything particular in the advanced regions that I can actually even take care of. So I'm not even gonna worry about it. We need so much food. So totally screwed this up, but just showing off what I've done here. I unlocked this little area here and forgot a deodorizer. So yeah, there's a ton of polluted oxygen in here, which we actually didn't want to happen. Okay, quick things here. First of all, we've got a few holy crap, we have a few skill points in here. So let's start with Nisbet here. Kind of looking here, let's go ahead and give her the tidying stuff because she's already kind of got that taken care of. For Liara here, I'm gonna give her the improved carrying. For Jean, I'm gonna go ahead and boost his art stuff because we really don't have anybody else doing that right now. For Nails, we could give her the same thing. I think I'm gonna give her advanced researching instead. That should be pretty good. And then we also have some new printables here. Ooh, we got some omelets. I think we're gonna go with the omelets actually, and those can be put away. They'll definitely do that. And fantastic, we've actually got all of this taken care of. We have a big power problem, like, and I know we're gonna have a big power problem here. So just a heads up. I expect to see some overloading of circuits here, which is really unfortunate. I want to basically get this done as quickly as possible. We don't have a lot of water left, so we absolutely kind of pretty much desperately need to get that done. Ooh, research is also taken care of, so we should still be Are we still working on that? Yeah, so we're working on solid transport right now. We just finished smart storage, so that's good. Let's go ahead and get that done. Now we don't have a lot of algae or a lot of slime because we haven't carved that out, but we will definitely get there. I think with this, I don't want that to be that. I want this to be slime. I just want slime in there. That way the polluted stuff stays in there. Now I don't actually think we're going to need the sink here, so we probably destroy that, but honestly, it's not a bad thing to have anyway. And hopefully this deodorizer is going to be working because I want to get most of this polluted oxygen out. Yeah, it's definitely working. Most of that polluted oxygen out of there. That's how slime lung travels, and we don't want to deal with that, honestly. Let's deconstruct these two. We're going to replace those with farm tiles if we can. And I've been doing a little bit of digging down here, trying to build south a little bit. I want to take a look at what we've got further out. Oh, that's a morb. Morbs are pests and actually are really bad things because they spread disease, so we really don't want to run across them if we don't have to. Yeah, that's a thing. Looks like we're running low on power. I'm not really surprised, honestly. The good thing is we shouldn't have to worry about this. Let's go ahead and just disable this building for right now. This is going to be the big thing that we want to get moving here. Some fungal spores, which you can use for making other things. Okay, let's actually build some tiles here. That will help get some more algae, because I think algae is the biggest thing that we are lacking right now. All right, let's keep going. Okay, so it's coming up on the end of cycle 55 here. Let's go through skill points here first. We've got Ren here, who I'm kind of tempted to have him go through the exosuit training. We do have some other stuff out here which we don't really care about at the moment, but actually, you know what, let's have him do advanced researching. That way he can go a little further with that later. No new printables as of right now, but we're definitely getting there. Just going to show off a little bit what I'm doing. I'm building a power transformer here. So these basically limits the power flowing to 1000. That way there's no overload damage, because I want to actually, I'm going to move this liquid pump down onto this system, and we're going to be kind of changing how our whole power system works. The batteries can stay up here, but we're going to want to move the generators down so that we've got some wiring that can really handle the load, and then have that go into a transformer so that we're not dealing with like an overload type of thing, which is really what's been going on. I didn't even know I had transformers unlocked until someone mentioned that there even were transformers. So that says a lot about my ability to read things, is kind of what I'm saying. I'm just gonna finish these up. I don't think I can select multiple ones, but that's okay. We're definitely dealing with some algae problems right now. One of the other things that I am doing, I'm kind of carving out this area so we have a quick and easy way to get up here, not that we're going anywhere. I am also building this way. This unlocks some really cool stuff. There's like a whole bunch of things in here. We've got a computer desk in here, a security door, a weight plate. So I kind of want to get in there and see, like, I have no idea what this is. I think that might be a bed, actually. I'd really like to be able to get in there. I think it's kind of, is it hot down here? Like, it's really hot down here. So we're not going to be going in there. Oh, we've also got some like additional stuff that we can see for ice. We've got sand in here, we've got rock, we got polluted ice, we've got sleet wheat. What the hell is that? Wheezewort. Chilly breath. Oh. I have never experienced this stuff. Let's see. Directly absorbing heat energy to maintain its bodily processes. Interesting. So it absorbs heat. That's actually not a bad thing. We definitely have some heat issues. If you kind of look here, you can see it's hot down here. This part in particular generates a lot of heat, so we've been kind of keeping my guys out of there for the most part, which kind of makes sense. I knew it was going to happen. Yeah, we've got some overload stuff starting to occur, so we've been trying to be super careful about this. Now, there's not much we can do right now with a lot of this, but we are trying our best. I think what we want to do is put that in there, and then we're going to be... I gotta be careful here. I don't want to connect these right away. I want to actually disconnect this one from the main system and then reconnect everything. So actually, let's go into the power overlay and we're gonna deconstruct all of this. This is so risky. Every time I change something, I think I screwed up. So, I do screw it up generally. I'm just gonna remove all of that from that system and let these guys take care of that. I did build, I think what I want to do, you gotta be real careful here because I don't want liquids going anywhere. So what I'm gonna do, I am just going to block this off because this is supposed to be an overflow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. Let's make the same. Let's make it the same, and we'll build. Oops. Well, I just screwed that up completely. That's fine. And build some ladders there. We'll probably deconstruct that ladder. And they can get in there, so I'm not really worried about it. Okay, so we got some new printables available. Let's take a quick look at that. We've got a snazzy suit, some folks that I don't really care about. Let's just get the snazzy suit. That should be fine. I don't think we have... Oh, we do have skill points. Let's see. Camille here. Let's give her improved farming, and Travaldo here. Ooh, wow. Let's focus him on the hard digging. He's got really high morale, so that's really good. And sounds like we've got some research done as well. That was really good. Now what I'm doing here is take a quick look at the power overlay. I am pulling, so this has been pulled off of the main system. I'm going to be doing the same with these two. I'm just going to pull them off. I'm going to put the switch here and then just have the power run straight up. And that should take care of some of our power issues that we have been facing, because this is on with our coal stuff. Now coal isn't going to be like a complete, like it doesn't solve everything, but it should solve enough that we shouldn't have to worry too much for a little bit, which would be really kind of nice. I'm kind of debating whether we just want to like make this a ladder or not, but I think we're okay, because you can kind of see we keep running out of power up here. So I want to pull some of this stuff off and put it onto the coal generator, and probably connect some extra batteries to this. Not really worried about it at the moment because we're doing okay. As you can see, I want to move the manual generators down there as well. But at the moment, we're doing okay. I'll probably want to build another coal generator. I know we have coal. Do we not have coal? Yeah, we have a ton of coal. So we should be safe to use that for a little bit until we can find a more permanent solution to our power issues. As you can kind of see, I'm digging down here, by the way. We have a lot of stuff down here. I'm very interested in seeing what we can unlock. I kind of see what's going on here in this cold zone, which I am really excited about. Kind of thinking we need to build up a little bit as well, but I want to start with this and make sure my guys are working, trying to get some algae and whatnot as well. And over here, we've got this poor fish who, I don't know if he might die before we get this done, but you can see that we're converting all of this to fresh water, and this is getting kind of full. We're going to end up probably having to do the same thing to this one. It's got a little bit more water. What I might end up doing is having to do some of these as well. You gotta do what you gotta do to survive, and I think there's other ways to do water later on, so I'm not too worried about it. And it looks like, let me just turn that down a notch. It looks like we've got this stuff done, so let's go into the power overlay and deconstruct all of this. We don't need it anymore. And one of the things that is happening is we do have a bit of a food shortage stuff right now, as you can kind of see. So I'm trying to get these guys to make more food, and it looks like we just got a skill point. Who got a skill point? Stinky did. I'm going to do improved supplying for him. Looks like we're doing pretty well there. So I'm gonna have these guys focus a little bit on food. We have a circuit overload. We had a circuit overload. I missed it. I have no idea where that was located at. And it should be, though, that we've got... Yes, all of this is now on there, and we should have the load being fairly good, so it's not too big of a deal. And now we should have some fresh water. So that should be good. We have a long commute issue, but that is largely because we're sending folks down here and they're throwing a little bit of a fit about it, which is understandable. I'd probably throw a little bit of a fit about it too. I want to change that up probably. Make sure that we've got these moved over to a better location. Maybe move these over flush here and then build that way. I'm not sure. One of the biggest issues, we just can't build down here. It's too hot. Yeah, it's 101, 113. 113 is way too hot for us to do what we need to do. I think the next thing that speaking of things that we want to do, is I want to start pulling some of these off of this main line and actually hooking them into this line here. Because honestly, we're kind of dealing with some overwhelming... And I don't want to lose all... Oh, this needs to be deconstructed. I don't want to lose all of my energy just because our main system goes down. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on that. I'm going to use conductive wiring through the middle. And I'm going to deconstruct... Actually, you know what? We don't need to deconstruct this one. We just need to deconstruct this one and then hook it in. Okay, we got a bunch of stuff going on here. First of all, research. I'm gonna go for renewable energy. We don't have sunlight, but we might be able to find steam. It's kind of random wherever that is. We do have long commutes, but again, we're still working on this, so no worries. Skill points. Ellie gained a skill point here. I'm gonna put her into super hard digging. She's got food and digging, so now we can do some other stuff with that. Additionally, let's take a quick look around. I'm digging this out. I'm gonna put the batteries over here, I think. And additionally, if I take a quick look at the power that I'm working on, I have pulled this over and across here. I'm going to chop this off and then plug these two into the main system. That way, hopefully the refrigerator and stuff will stay hooked in, which is what I'm looking for. I think everything else is going pretty smoothly. I'm very excited about this. We're getting really close. I put this on high priority so we can dig down here. We've got 2 areas. I have no idea what this is. But we're gonna find out when we get down there. We're gonna break into this area and then dig into this area, it looks like. There's a whole bunch of stuff over here that I've never seen before. So I'm very excited. I'm also very excited about this area over here. Look at this. I have no idea what these are. How are we doing up here, actually, speaking of? Looks like we do have a lot of polluted oxygen and stuff, but it's not bad. Is this blocked? Is that what's going on here? Okay, so what's happening here is this pipe is not able to, I think it's this one that's not able to do what it needs to do. And that's, oh, you know what? This is what happened. Ah, wait, I thought this was blocked. Nope. Okay, I want to build a fire pole right here. I accidentally deleted the wrong thing, and we can mop this up. Not sure what happened there. Oh, hey, we finally got in here. Let's go ahead and dig this down. I also want to, I'm gonna have to build a ladder here. I don't know if I can build on top of that. I guess we'll find out. I want to deconstruct the obsidian stuff here. And kind of finishing this up. Looks like this is working again, thank goodness. We're gonna have a little bit of polluted water here and here, but it should be okay. And we got some new printables. I don't think we have any skill points, even though it still has that little skill point thing. I don't know what that's about. We've got ice. That might be worth it. I'm gonna go for the ice. The ice, I think, produces... I don't know what the ice does. What does the ice do? I know it's frozen water. It's buildable. Well, that works. We're gonna make some ice, have some ice. That should be pretty nice. That rhymed. Okay, and the other thing, real quick here, this is all completed, so I'm actually going to remove this particular line of, actually not this one. I'm gonna remove this here so it's no longer connected to the main system where all of our, you know, oxygen and stuff is connected to. And then I'm going to plug it in to this, which is going pretty well. I've got another battery started down here, and I've got 2 here. I don't quite like how this is laid out, but I'm not going to like panic over it, honestly. I'm gonna build a floor right here so that they can dig some more of this out. And I'll probably end up building at least 1 more battery over here, I think. Okay, and it looks like we finished taking apart that, so let's just plug this right in. Oh, and it looks like we've finally managed to get down here. So let's see if we can't... I'm gonna turn this to high priority. We have some idling going on here, which actually that kind of takes me by surprise, but I'm not too surprised. One thing here is you can kind of see that this is getting very full. It's not a bad thing. In all honesty, we do want that to get full here. Let's do a little bit of digging as well while we're here. I think the system should be set up pretty well at this point, so we shouldn't be overloading anything, honestly. I think we should be finally at a point where everything's running fairly smoothly. So if we add anything else, we're going to be in some trouble. But for right now, we should be okay. Let's build some ladders up this way so we can start to explore the northern part. Is that what I think it is? Yeah, because there looks like, I just saw this. Looks like there's a security door over here. So we're going to want to, I'm going to want to kind of go in there and explore a little bit. I'm not really seeing much else down here, but we haven't dug very far that way. Not really seeing much else over here. There's a lot of algae over there, which is actually really kind of nice. And there's some other stuff over here. Automation wires. These are things that I honestly don't fully understand because I haven't played with it much. Automation takes energy, which is one of the reasons why I haven't done that. I'm not really seeing anything down here either, but it looks like we've got another area that's like was once lived in. I'm not sure. I know that there's a story to this, but I haven't really explored it, so sorry. I don't know what's going on. Actually cancel that, and we're just gonna build a fire pole up here and just keep on. Oh, you know what I can do? Womp. And let's dig up this way and into this area with all these little shine bugs. Okay, so finally, I was kind of wondering what was going on here. I couldn't actually get into this area and I was like really confused, even though I had carved out quite a bit. We're just gonna cancel all of this, but it looks like we have finally unlocked this area. We've got a comfy bed here. These are supposed to be really, really nice. Actually, duplicants prefer comfy beds to cots, so that's really good. We've got a clock sensor here. We've got a locker. It looks like we need to come down here and actually explore some of this. We've got a security door, which is currently locked. We've got a weight plate. Down here, we've got 2 computer desks, and it looks like we've got a little bit more down here that we can explore. Now, one of the things is we don't have any oxygen down here. So if we're gonna come down and explore, we're gonna need to build something to build us some oxygen. Looks like there's some oxygen in there. But for the most part, we really probably should plop down terrarium down here so that we can actually get some oxygen. And I'm going to take some of this stuff. Ooh, and if you inspect the locker, it says a few loose papers can be found inside. I scanned the ones that look interesting. So go ahead and view this entry real quick here. So it looks like we've got a bunch of research. Personal journal A046, encryption level none. Gravitas has been growing pretty rapidly since our first product hit the market. I just got a look at some of the new hires. They're practically babies. Not quite what I was expecting, but then I never had the opportunity to mentor someone before. Could be fun. So that's interesting. Not really sure what that's about. Did we get... That's... Oh, the growling sound is these guys here. And I did block this off because we have a bunch of chlorine in this area and I didn't actually want to bring the chlorine along with me. One of the things here, it looks like there is no more liquid in here, so we're gonna just deconstruct that and mop up the final bits of the polluted water. I don't think we can reach this one. We're gonna mine that out because there's a bunch of algae over here and we do in fact need algae. We're also making quite a bit of food. And we're finally okay and settled with food again. I don't think we need a lot of liquid at the moment because we do have quite a bit in here, but we should start thinking about moving this over and digging this way to get a little bit more water for future times. Let's see what else we've unlocked down here. Duplicate checkpoint. It has to do with suits. Neural, there's no, okay. A massive synthetic brain suspended in saline solution. There is a chair attached to this device with room for 1 person. Okay, initial success, encryption level 2. Voice recognition initialized, subject identified B111, log begins, the throat clears. B111, we are now reliably printing healthy living subjects, though all have exhibited unusual qualities as a result of the cloning process. Squeaking sounds can be heard. Unusual vocalizations, benign growths, and missing appendages have been seen in all subjects thus far to varying degrees of severity. It seems that bypassing or accelerating juvenility halts certain critical stages of development. Brain function, however, seems typical. Squeaking. They also seem quite happy. Dr. Bozard signing off. Log ends. So, for the record, these guys that we print up are in fact clones. So that kind of answers that question. Not really sure like what else we've got going on here with these guys. But they're cute, I guess, and they're happy, and that's why they squeak, and that's why they make the weird noises, because they're not quite all there, I guess, which is kind of mean to say, in all honesty. Looks like we got some more research done here. We're gonna just continue down the line. Is there anything else we can inspect while we're here? Does not... Oh, we can inspect the desk here. Let's inspect this. The computer looks pristine on the outside, but is corrupted internally. Still, I managed to find one uncorrupted file and have added it to my database. The laws of thermodynamics. Unencrypted. Hello, Mr. Klaus. I was just emailing you after our little chat today to pass along something you might like to read. I think you'll find it super useful in your research. First law, energy can neither be created or destroyed, only change forms. Second law, entropy in an isolated system that is not in equilibrium tends to increase over time, approaching the maximum value at equilibrium. Third law, entropy in a system approaches a constant minimum as temperature approaches absolute zero. Zeroth law, if two thermodynamic systems are in thermal equilibrium with a third, then they are in thermal equilibrium with each other. If this is too complicated for you, you can come by to chat. I'd be thrilled to answer your questions. Okay. Can we inspect this one as well? Okay. New security system, encrypted level 1, from and to redacted. So the facility is introducing this new security system that scans your hand to unlock the doors. My question is, what exactly are they scanning? The folks in engineering say the door device doesn't look like a fingerprint scanner, but the duo working over in bioengineering won't comment at all. Can't say I like it. That's interesting. I don't know what to think about that. Oh, let's rummage in the locker. Somebody will come down and they'll actually find something in there. I think there's more to the left, so I'm curious to have some folks down here and explore that area. Now, for chlorine, I have to do a little bit of research because I'm not entirely certain what else to do with chlorine. Like, I don't know what else there is to do with it. So I guess we need to figure that out. The next thing I do want to do is build into here, build a, what is this? Where is it? Liquid pump in here to pump up the fluids that we need to start filling in more of that, because we're going to need more water. I did turn the fish into a fillet and he's dead now. So there is that. Looks like there's more polluted water up here that we could probably get. There's sand. Oh, there's hydrogen in here. I'm really looking for, at this point, I was playing on my own time, and they have steam vents and stuff that you can find in your world. That's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm doing a little bit of exploring to find that stuff. So there is a method to the madness, kind of, which I know that probably sounds weird coming from me, to be honest. But it looks like everything is going fairly well here. So let me just play a little bit longer, see if I can't get to the next printing cycle, and then we can take care of everything else. Oh, and real quick here, we found a cool vest in this locker. Just wanted to throw that out there. I'm a little confused about what all of this is. do I have an automation over? Oh, I do have an automation overlay. So it looks like, I have no idea. It looks like if you stand on these three, you can, this will turn on. and allow passage? I'm not entirely certain what this is supposed to be doing. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you have any idea what this is for. We're just gonna leave this alone. I am digging this out so we can actually get in here, but I'm just gonna leave it alone. There's no power in here anyway. It's completely dry, so kind of a whatever situation anyway. But that's okay, I guess. I'm kind of tempted to, I think we can probably get some of these. I don't know how they work, but I kind of want one, in all honesty. I have the little algae terrarium down here, so we have some oxygen to breathe when I send my guys down there, because otherwise we just don't have any. We're gonna have to filter out chlorine into a separate location is what needs to happen. Polluted oxygen rise, by the way, is rising. We need to definitely figure this out and get rid of some of this polluted oxygen, because we don't want it. And the deodorizer is stopping it from moving in, but not where we want it to go. So I think what I'll probably end up doing, can I just like build this here and build a deodorizer on top of it? Can y'all reach that? I hope they all can reach that. Yeah, they're building all of this stuff, so that should be good. Build, build, build. This is a mess. Let's get rid of this. Or do I need this to actually get up there? I don't even know. Got plenty of water. We're doing pretty well there on that front. I ended up having a ton of water in here, which also is good because I don't care about I think the germs are dying in there. There's not a lot of germs in here, which is also good. Fresh water is not a bad thing. So I want to get this cleared out if we can. I do not want my guys getting slime lung if I don't have to. So my first goal is to get that deodorizer and see if that won't clear out some of this polluted oxygen so that we don't have to worry so much about slime lung traveling and my guys getting sick, because I'm 100% sure that's exactly what's going to be happening here. Oh, there's polluted oxygen over here. We're in a mess right now. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, well, that's gonna be it for today. I hope my guys don't get sick, because that's definitely looking like something that's going to be occurring. So I will see you all next time.